at the Magamart, the Walmart, and there's women and they're standing up by the produce, and I'm trying to get to some damn bananas, and they're out here talking some crazy fucking nonsense
Mhm.
about immigrants and
Mhm.
shit.
Oh, God.
And I don't remember exactly. I can't remember for the life of me the exact wording she used, but it went all through me, and I was like, "Oh, you must be relatives of the Klan." And her eyes got real big. And I said, because what you're saying is just lazy. It didn't involve any research, so I'm just assuming your ancestors were too lazy to pick their own fucking food. Because you're
Oh.
too lazy to look some shit up. And then grabbed my bananas and walked away. Like it wasn't nothing. Well, and welcome to another episode of Not Your Podcast. It's me, Christina with the T, and of course, my loud, liberal best friend, V. Hey,
Hey,
baby.
hey, sweetheart, how are you?
Good. Well, as good as I can be, but you know, I'm here, I'm alive, and I still have a voice, so let me use it, honey.
We were talking about that this weekend. We were just going through like everything that we've been doing right for this past 3 weeks and all of the things that we've been discussing. And one of the main things that we were just both just reflecting on is that our voices are our biggest, our strongest weapon when it comes to everything that's happening right now. And I think more than anything, I've seen a lot of people that wouldn't typically speak up, speaking up more and more. And it's really bringing me a lot of comfort to see people getting out of their own comfort zone because they know that it's way past time for that to happen. So I'm really grateful for that. Um, and just, I just continue to see it more and more often. So it's really, really awesome. And, we both live in red towns, red states. And in my red state, I am really starting to get shook with how many people are actually not red at all. Like, I'm really surprised
It's something
by
we've
that.
always known. We live in these places, we live in these communities, and we have large communities of our own. And my whole life, I've looked around and I'm like, I can't, I don't understand how Alabama's so Republican because some of the largest populated cities in this town are just not.
Right.
And I think that's true of most southern states. They are way more purple than you realize. They've just been gerrymandered, and there's so much corruption. It's still good old boy politics.
Oh, yes.
It's not as red as you think it is. And I think a lot of what we're seeing right now is that line between red and blue. It is starting to blur, and that is the Republicans' fault of their own, and it has been for the last decade. They allowed their puppet and their showman to continue to try to divide America into two groups. And the more we do without, and the more that other people do without too, baby, nothing brings people together like hurting. And we know that's true. Look at how people come together after 9/11 and this and this and that. People can't afford to eat and they're losing their health care.
Right.
And
Right.
for average everyday Americans, it's not red or blue anymore. It's we the people versus the elite.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to really see that. We're tired of the division, we're tired of the hate, we're tired of it being red or blue, because at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, when we came into this world, you wasn't a Republican or a Democrat. And when you leave this world, it doesn't matter how you voted or
Right.
what party you chose to be loyal to.
Right.
And I think that people are really just starting to wake up to see that um, there is a lot of devastation, and there is a lot of
Oh.
hate, and there is a lot of that, but there's a lot of joy too. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of organizing, and there's a lot of support, and there's a lot of people coming together for strangers that they don't even know. And that that inspires me to keep going every day, because that in and of itself will end an authoritarian regime. It will end profits over people. It
Mm-hmm.
will end us being tied to Israel. It will.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen overnight. Change doesn't happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But the change is real and it's happening.
Yes.
It's happening.
It is. It really is. I know it seems bleak some days. It seems bleak some days for me too. Like when I saw this morning, I was just we were just talking and I was telling you that I saw this video that came across my feed this morning, and nothing bitter makes my coffee more bitter than when I see something in reference to immigration. And this weekend, there was a video that came across my feed, and it was from what was it? Goodyear, Arizona was the name of the town that it happened in, and it was a logistics company that packaged like all of the products for like Target and all of the larger chains of food stores and just all of the different retail locations, and they do all of the packaging for them. And on Friday, this company decided to go ahead and call ICE before their shift ended because they wanted ICE to pick up all of the people that they had that were not documented. And this kind of
The
stuff really
company
just
itself called,
the
or an
the
employee
company
called?
no, the
The company
company
who employed the
right.
undocumented. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So that just goes all over me because how many times have we seen companies that literally will call that hire these people, these undocumented people, they pay them a fraction of what they would pay somebody that is documented or an American citizen. They pay them a fraction of that cost because they know they can. And so they hire them and they go around the system. They know that what they're doing is wrong, yet they're going to call ICE and go ahead and have these people deported. And it's on a Friday, of course, when it's payday, so that they don't have to pay these people. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
that in and of itself, just, I mean, I
I'll
was
hire you.
so,
I'll use you, but right before I pay you, I will
mhm,
throw you to the wolves.
girl. And this happens all the time. It's like you've seen these people that are like on a job site, they have them like replace the roofs. There's been like tornadoes and all kinds of stuff. And some people have done this already several times where they hire these
Yeah.
crews. And you know that the crews are the ones, the Mexicans are on the roof, or the Salvadorians or people, from Latin America are up there doing all the things. And they're up there for 2, 3 days doing this back-breaking work. This one woman, I remember seeing the video, and as soon as they were done,
Yeah.
she called ICE to
She
pick
called
them up at the,
ICE
yeah,
to
at
pick
the
them up.
job site.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I
Because
mean,
she
that
didn't
kind
want
of
to
stuff,
pay for the work that was done.
which
She
was probably
intentionally found a crew of brown-skinned men,
right, right.
hired them, and then called ICE on them.
Yes. And it drives me insane. So the thing that happened in Arizona, it gave me, so they literally locked the doors, which is illegal, by the way.
Yeah,
They
there could have been a
threatened
fire. Everybody could have died. You don't lock the
absolutely
doors.
100%. You cannot do that. Threaten them, and were actually trying to beat them to keep them in because people were storming the doors. These people were terrified because, of course, they're scared because we already know what happens in those detention centers when they end up there. They're treated so horribly. They're tortured into those, and they're not detention, they're concentration camps. Let's get so fucking for real. They know how they're treated. So they were like panicking, trying to get out. And all of the other people, the people that were there that were documented or that were American citizens, helped them get out of the doors and they left. But I am sure with every fiber of my being that nothing happened to the employer at all. At all, at all. They were able to get away with that. And we should be fining these companies. We should be holding these companies accountable for not only exploiting people, but breaking the law. If that's the law, then it should apply to everybody, not just some people. So my point to all of this is that I was really happy to see that other Americans were willing to stand up for people that they knew something, that their fate would be bad had they been caught there in this place that they entrusted. And you know what's really shitty about that is that employer has them wearing these red shirts that says, I love my job. Like they were all wearing these shirts that said, I love my job. And I'm like, you got to be a really vile person to like do that to another human being, knowing full good and well what happens. So That's how I started my morning. But I was glad to see that people stood up for them, but I was really sickened to see that there was people that were so hateful and so greedy when it came to another person and another
And
person's
their
life.
hate and their greed is going to cost you more.
Mhm.
It just is. Now
Mhm.
that whole warehouse of packaging is
Mhm.
shut down. Do you think any
Mhm.
employees are showing up today for Monday
Probably
to go to
not.
work?
Probably not.
No, no. It's just like that racist lady who was running for a seat in Georgia who called ICE
Oh.
as the facility was being, yeah, the car facility for South
Mhm.
Korea was being
Mhm.
built because she just was so filled with white hate. And that facility was being built by Koreans, and the Koreans were going to train the American employees on how to work properly there.
Right.
And instead, she called ICE, and a lot of people got detained and deported, and cost Americans in Georgia over 1,700 jobs,
Right.
is what she
Right.
did
Right.
with her stupidity and her hate.
Oh, girl, and she was
That's what she
fighting
did.
for
She
her
she cost
life
other
with that.
Americans
Mhm.
employment opportunities because
Mhm.
she's ignorant
Right. Yeah.
and just and wanted clicks. And she took to the internet and was so proud of herself for doing it and told everybody, "Guess what I did? Guess what I did?"
Right.
Just yeah. Explain to Georgia how you just cost them 1,700 jobs.
Girl, she tried to
You
walk that shit
idiot.
back. Yes. I mean, she was just like, "Oh, that's not what I
And
did.
it
That's not what I."
caused an international
It was.
crisis with our
It did.
partners, our business partners in South Korea. Like,
Because they were like, "We're not going to be doing any kind of American
we're not,
investments going forward."
no,
No.
no, you want
Why
us to
would
invest
they?
in your country and you want us to train your American employees? No, 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 not how this is, we're going to get treated like this. No.
Why would they trust us ever? Why in the world would they trust us when they know that they're going to do this to their own people? That is just so gross.
Look, nobody
And
across the globe should be trusting America today. We elected a rapist and
right.
a felon for president.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
they
he's made
absolutely
it
shouldn't.
very clear that his whole administration has is that if you've got enough money and you say you like Trump, don't matter what you do, they'll protect you.
Girl. And it's just like to this weekend also or this morning when the whole E. Jean Carroll when he's once again he wants favor with the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court has yet again over and over again proven that they are biased when it comes to this president, to this person. And it goes all over me to call him the president of the United States. It really hurts my feelings. I can't do it. I struggle with that every day. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it.
But yes,
Anyway.
he's already paid Eugene or been ordered to, and the money's already been paid because it was in like a trust, the
Hmm.
$5 million, and now he doesn't want to pay her the other 83 million
Three.
she's owed.
Right.
So
Right.
once again, he's tried to get the Supreme Court to intervene, and they've shot him down.
And they're
They've
like,
shot him down. How many
mm-mm.
times do you have to tell somebody no before they get the point? Well, when it comes to a rapist who's continuously got away with crimes, you can tell him no until you're blue in the face.
It
He
doesn't.
won't accept no for an answer.
It doesn't
Uh,
register.
and just outside of him, raping and defaming her, he's never paid his bills. He's never paid
No.
his employees. He's never paid his
No.
contractors. He's never paid his
No.
taxes.
No.
That's not what he's stockpiled $800,000 to throw at the midterms. He ain't spending that money either. That's just not what
Mm-mm.
he does.
No.
That's
And
he's
he already said he
currently
wasn't going to do it.
harassing the judge that overheard the Stormy Daniels case and where he was found, 34 felony convictions. He's trying to, erase his own history
Right.
and rewrite it new as if he isn't a rapist and a felon. And no,
Right.
you've always been that. You have always, since your birth, been a piece of shit. And nothing will change that. I don't
No,
give
girl.
I don't give two flying fucks if you cured cancer today. No, because you know
Right.
what? You cut funding for cancer patients and you stole from a child's cancer charity. So no, one good deed does not erase a lifetime of
Of
crime.
just, right. And that I can't honestly
Period.
think of a single good deed that this man has done. He has been self-serving every minute of the day that he's been walking this earth. He has always been a self-serving, no good son of a bitch. Always.
Yeah,
Honestly cannot think of one single good thing he's done. And I know that, that the red hats are like, just like you said, he could cure cancer and it wouldn't matter. They think, like you said, that just one action, I have yet to find one, would actually erase the years
nope.
and decades of the shit that this man has done. And it never will. Because he's done some of the most despicable, most vile things at any human being should ever have to go through. He's doing it not just to one person or two people. He's doing it to millions of people. He's harming millions of
And
people.
he'll do it to the people that are closest to him. He's
Oh,
proved that. And,
right.
you know, we're going to talk about the Tate brothers and the pedo in
Mhm.
chief and a theory that I have right after this word from our sponsor. Well, well, well. Before we get back to the tea, this episode was brought to you by Not Your Merch. If you like your politics loud and your merchandise louder, dear, then head on over there. Podcast 10 for a discount, friend. They've got all the unapologetically loud apparel you need. Shirts, drinkware, and so much more. Like these cute little guillotine earrings for the GOP's tiny peens. Anyway, we'll be back with the tea. Head on over to Not Your Merch and have a view. You might want to purchase something soon that suits you. Okay, we're back. If you'll remember before the break, we were talking about the pedo in chief not taking no for an answer and selling out everybody, all Americans, including his friends too, and the Tate brothers. So last week, the attorney for the Tate brothers came out to do a little speech where he proved he doesn't know anything about history, but also threatened the judge. He said if the
Wow.
judge basically doesn't rule in favor of the way that he wants to stop the extradition and give them bail right away, then he's going to the White House. He's got powerful friends like Trump and Marco Rubio. Mm, yeah, 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 yeah.
No, girl. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know the Tate brothers, since the mid 2010s, they marketed themselves as helping young men get in the business of exploitation, sexual
Hmm.
exploitation of
Hmm.
little girls and women. They sold online courses to tell you how to break young girls and women down and turn them into sex slaves so that you can profit off of that.
So disgusting.
I, I, we talk about Jeffrey Epstein being a bad man, and he was a very bad man. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't make millions of dollars teaching other young men how to traffic and abuse women and children. Not that
That is
there's levels of
definitely
fucking bad, but let's face it.
right.
All what Jeffrey did is starting to look like a little bit of bad in comparison to what we're seeing now with like the Tate brothers. And they're hoping the Pedo in Chief's going to help him out. Because after all, he is friends with him. Barron, his son, is very close with the Tate brothers. So is Booger Sugar Jr., Don
Hmm.
Jr., so is
Hmm.
Eric, so is Jared and Ivanka, too. They are
Right.
very close with these dudes. Don and them party with the Tate brothers.
Right.
They are very intertwined in this family.
Hmm.
But, you know, unfortunately for the Tate brothers, the Peter in Chief's got his own problem with the UK today, and more specifically the BBC. And I'm not
Hmm.
talking about big black cock here, but I'm sure that would be a problem for the orange one, dear.
Right.
Right. So the BBC is all up in his family's business, honey.
Right.
And they are not letting it go. He tried to sue them, and when they wanted his financial records, he got a judge to halt that, and ultimately, I'm sure he wants to drop this whole debacle.
Hmm.
But I promise you that there have already been conversations in the White House, right out of his orange facial sphincter, of trying to make a deal with the UK to force the BBC to drop the suit in exchange for extraditing the Tate brothers.
I have zero doubt that you're right.
He will
Zero doubt that
protect
you're right.
himself before he
Hmm.
protects the Tate brothers.
Yes.
He will. So I'm sure he's already floated that idea because he's very upset about the BBC thing. Like he is
Oh,
very, very raving, angry, pissed off about it, and he wants it to go away. But may I remind you, if you don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And he started this shit.
yes, he did because
He
and
started this with the BBC, and now he don't know what to do about it.
no,
But he'll sell out the Tate brothers quick on that.
yeah, he
He
will
will.
sell out the
He will. They
Tate
need to be
brothers.
extradited. They need to face accountability for their crimes.
Yeah,
Period. End of
and
sentence.
right,
End of sentence. But he'll sell them out. I hate it for you, Tate brothers. That man will kill his own children if that's what it takes to protect his
right.
own ass.
And that's a fact. I mean, he's proven it over and over again that he only ever thinks about himself. But the whole thing that bothers me for so many reasons, aside from the fact that you were saying that that is actually, in my opinion, the fact that he was trying to teach and indoctrinate all of these other men to do the things that they were already doing. And that's why you see those men outside of the facility, like trying to protest that he's behind bars because they're all upset that their little leader of the things that he's been teaching them is still, locked up so they can't have access to him. That is very disturbing also. But the way that he thinks, or the attorney thinks, that the Tate brother and he as well have access to the president and to Marco, they did it in a way that was threatening to them. Like, we're going to call them, they're going to hear from us,
Very,
and if
very publicly,
oh my
he
gosh,
did
that
this.
should say everything about the relationship that they have and where they stand on this whole thing. Because as much as, or as easily as Trump will turn on them, so will they. Because these
Yes.
men
No,
are
they're trying to
narcissistic.
leverage their relationship with him.
They both are,
Not just to
yes.
stay out of jail, but to leverage it in a way to get support from the administration.
Right.
There's a little hint of, you better protect me because
Exactly. If you
I can talk
don't,
about that night that me and Don Jr. went out and you know what I mean? And things like
right,
that. But
right.
like I said, I got news for you, Tate brothers. Go ahead and try your best. He will sell out his whole damn family to protect himself.
Yes, he will. Well, I mean, he's already done so many things. He sold out the United States as a whole
Yeah.
to protect himself with all of the things that he's done, with every action he's taken, with the unnecessary war, every effing thing that he has done. He got himself elected so that he could go ahead and avoid jail time. He did this also so that the e-files would not come out. He did it for all of those reasons. So this man will stop at nothing and has proven it over and over and over again. So I don't know if people quite understand exactly what the Tate brothers are doing. And I honestly think just as much as you do that, he's going to make sure that he protects his own ass. But if that happens, they are going to bring that man down because they're not going to go down without a fight. They proved that with that little lecture, that little speech that his absolutely deranged, delusional attorney came out when he was with his little speech about the Tea Party, whatever. I'm just like, what are you talking? Oh my God. So dumb. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was so bad.
it's like the
He said
dumbest
something to the
thing.
effect of, our relationship with the UK began when we threw the tea in the harbor. Oh Lord, baby, no, 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 no. That's effectively when our relationship with Britain started to fall apart.
Right.
And then he made a comment about the British king wearing makeup and
And
wigs, and I
wigs.
was like, really, really, really,
We're going to
because
go there.
really, are you sure? Because you are currently asking a man who thinks he's king that's got on makeup and a wig today, like that. That was. Ooh, honey, it's like none of them on a mirror or are you deaf? Can you not hear yourself speak?
I hate it for them, girl.
What?
They're
What?
so delusional and just dumb.
Who's
I'm
wearing
sorry,
a wig
just
and makeup?
dumb.
Who?
Just dumb.
Oh,
I'm just like,
shit.
oh my God. I
Oh,
just
he was
don't.
so proud of. He thought he ate with that. And I was just like, oh, bless his heart, honey, bless his heart.
He
Lord,
did
he's
think
just
that
up
he
here breaking wind all in front of a microphone.
It was so sad
Ooh.
and pathetic, and it was just too much for me. I'm just like, dude, you just need to sit down and shut up. But speaking of like pedophiles and um, co-conspirators, where's Melania?
I guess she's hiding, honey. We ain't seen hide or hair of the mail order maiden.
No.
Which I
Where
know
is she?
everybody's gonna say, well, she ain't never around. She's
Okay.
usually around more than she's been around.
She missed the funeral for Ladybug. She's missed several. She wasn't there at the correspondence dinner. She hasn't been around anywhere. And then his little girlfriend, Natalie, has been everywhere that the fatback has been. And the fight between Natalie and Caroline, KKK Levitt, Caroline, is absolutely much more evident now than ever. And I mean, there's a lot of speculation as to what happened there. But did you see the way that she looked at him this weekend when he was traveling? Did you see the look of disgust and dismay when she was with him?
Yeah, yeah.
Where not
And this for
even,
her own selfish reasons. I know we like to joke about her being in love with Trump and was replaced by Natalie. As much as I hate Crackaline and all her crackalines, she's not stupid.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And after she had her baby, she immediately was traveling around with the not so weeping widow,
oh
Erica
my
Kirk, and doing
gosh,
Turncoat USA turning tricks on the stage.
mm-hmm,
She was doing that immediately after she gave birth. She didn't go back to work at the White House as the press secretary.
mm-mm,
She went on tour with the
right,
pussy, honey.
right, right,
And JD was doing the press secretary job. And then Crackaline came back. Crackaline has been planning her leave
for a
since
long
for a
time.
long time. She's
Mm-hmm,
been planning her out and her new branding and what she was going to do. And I'm pretty sure she was going to try to get back into politics and run again like she had done before. She was going to
mm-hmm,
go on tour with
mm-hmm,
Erica. She was going to build her name and her brand and then pop back up. She was always going to leave being
right,
press secretary. That was
right.
never, she was never going to do that for the 4 full years. That was
Yeah,
never going to happen. That
yeah.
was never going to happen
Well, how
because
can
she
you
knew,
lie
like
there,
every
Mike?
other press secretary for the pedo in chief, you got a few months before
Right.
lying constantly to the American people destroys your credibility once this president is gone. And I
I'm
think
actually shocked
that's
that she's
really why
lasted that
she's
long.
mad. She
Right,
had already been rebranding herself. She had already been making moves to go in a different direction.
right, right.
And then she was made to look like a fool. She was made to
She,
look like an idiot by him.
right.
He was demeaning her in public on 3 different occasions.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to be, one of his favorite people and has been pushed to the side for Natalie, who, by the way, when we talk about somebody actually being in love with him and staring at him
Oh my
lovingly
God.
and meaning it, we're talking about Natalie Harp. She literally thinks that man saved her life because she got access to a special cancer treatment that was in trials the last time he was president. She never thought, oh, it's the scientists who invented this and devoted their whole life to educating themselves and finding this treatment that saved my life. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. It was the man who can't hold his shit in his rear who did it. She loves
Girl,
that man. She slept in like
in the
a
locker
a
room.
locker room at Bedminster because they didn't have a room available for her, just so she could be on one of his properties and close to him.
That is the
She's
craziest
not
story
okay.
ever.
This woman is
No.
not okay.
Mm-mm.
She needs help, baby.
She
I
does.
I know we like to make fun of these people. This woman is not okay.
She's not. And
She's
how
not
is it
okay.
that this
This is the
woman, like,
kind of woman that if something happens to him, she might take her own life because she's not right
and it's
up here.
just disturbing because she's actually by his side more than Melania has ever been in the entire time that he was in the White House the first time. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how much she's by his, like, she never leaves his side for anything. She's at every location, everything. And she has full access to him in ways that most people don't. And it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy because they would everyone's always said that the two people that were closest to the fatback were KK Levitt and Wiles. Those were the two women that could truly talk to
Yeah.
him, truly sway him,
KKK
truly
was never
do.
that close to him. That was it was supposed to look that way. But I don't think she
You don't
was
think
ever
so?
as no, 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 honey, she is an opportunist. You don't marry a 60-year-old man and then breed with him unless you are an opportunist.
Oh, the
Okay?
thought.
You don't
The
you don't
thought.
gargle saggy fucking balls at the young tender age of your early 20s unless you are an opportunist.
Girl. And she sits there trying to say that the younger generation is just lazy and doesn't do for themselves when she's in there gargling nut sacks to get her way. That woman is delusional. But anyway,
You talk about
she
lazy,
absolutely.
laying with your grandpa to get a
Oh my
leg up in life
God.
is pretty damn lazy.
That is the laziest thing ever. Yeah, no, and yeah, he did actually. He embarrassed her at the dinner. He's embarrassed her on several occasions already, and she's
And that
had it with
don't
him.
help her rebranding.
No.
She was needing to slowly distance herself
Hmm.
from him in a way that was acceptable to MAGA,
Right.
right?
Right.
So she could still pick up whatever's left after he destroys everything to have a career. And now she's been made to look like a fool, to be a puppet, a nobody that he didn't care about. Yeah, and that's why she's pissed. That's why
Oh,
she's pissed.
without a doubt. And I just wonder how many of the Republicans are actually going to call it out for what it is, because there's a lot of people. I mean, we know that she went up there and lied like hundreds of times on a weekly basis, just hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of times. But there is a lot of Republicans still that actually believe that she was just the most amazing
Yeah,
person on the planet and just one of the smartest, brightest people
they'll
ever.
just keep repeating it, trying to make it true. That's what they do. That's what
And
they do.
that's one of the other things that I've seen a lot, and I'm sure you have too, Christina, over the course of the last week. I've seen a lot of people saying, we're sick and tired, and I'm talking about red hats saying this, not the blue team. I'm talking about the red team coming on and saying, listen, we're tired of hearing about transgender people because that's not changing the price of groceries. It's not changing the price of gas. It's not changing the fact that you've gone into an unnecessary war. My concern is not really transgender people.
Yeah.
I am tired of being lied to, and the
You
fear
see,
mongering is old.
all of that was working for him because Biden was president for 4 years and they weren't
Hmm.
worried. They
Hmm.
really weren't, gas wasn't constantly rising. Through Biden's
Right,
presidency, the
right,
cost of everything
right.
got cheaper, 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 cheaper. So it was easy for them to believe those lies and repeat those lies that this is why our life is bad. Well, now their life is actually fucking bad.
Oh, bad, bad, really bad.
And it's not all the other things that they've been screaming about.
Mm-mm. Right,
It's just not working. The constant repeating, and he never wants. He told him, he got on the stage over the weekend and told him that you know, so what, you got to have pay higher gas. You should be happy. At least you're safer. If you have to pay more at the pump today, so Iran don't have a nuclear weapon that they didn't have before he started this, that they've never ever had.
right.
It's just, that's a hard pill to swallow. They're constantly, the people who voted for him are constantly having to do a complete 180.
Yeah.
It was protect the kids, protect the kids, protect the kids. Well, now it's protect the predators who hurt the kids.
It's
You know,
100% that.
it was support the military, and now they're out here today saying fuck the military. So what if they don't have
Right.
food and toiletries and supplies? This is war.
Right.
But
Who
wait, it's
cares?
not war. It's an excursion or an
Right.
operation. Like they're having to just back. They've got whiplash, baby. They've
Right.
got
From all the different,
whiplash.
it's like this or it's that or it's whatever.
Wait, I
And they
thought we
just,
hated higher gas. Oh no, we love higher gas. I
right.
thought we hated war. No, we love war. I thought we wanted to protect children. No, fuck the kids. Let's protect the elite pedos. It's only so much back and forth that they can do to where they're going to be just so pushed away from it. And it's not that they're just going to immediately run to the Democratic side, um, he's destroying their own party. That he's
Right.
disillusioning the vote. They're not going to want to vote. Period.
Right.
Period.
And that is going to be so very bad for them
And that's
because,
going to be very bad for them
hmm hmm
and better for us. Because
absolutely
all
better
that
for
this
us.
regime is doing, everything they're doing is making people with good sense want to vote more.
Right. And the people that
More
are
people are
sick and tired,
registering to vote to make change happen.
exactly. The independents are
Where a
coming
whole lot of
saying,
them are refusing to vote. I'm just not going to
right.
vote. He's not
Yeah.
doing what I want, so I'm not voting for anybody.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, sit on your hands then.
Right. And that's only going to make it easier for us. And you know what's so funny about that whole thing? This, I always, for once in a blue moon, I'll end up, watching or somehow or another, one of the red videos comes into my feed, which is rare. But tell me why it is that this picture right here showed up in my
Oh,
feed.
they're back to wearing diapers again, are they?
Diapers over Dems.
They're
Diapers
back to
over
wearing
Dems?
diapers again.
Oh my God.
Ah,
What
they've
the
run out of ways
hell?
to try to support him, so they're recycling shit they did on the campaign trail. We gonna
Oh
get the ear
my
patch again. We gonna
God.
get the ear patch. We got the diaper. Wait till they start walking around with jars of fake JD Vance jizz. Y'all remember that on the
Girl,
campaign trail,
I just don't
honey?
even
What these
understand.
people are weird.
I'm
Oh
just
my god.
saying. I'm just saying. I can't believe that you are so indoctrinated. The culting is culting so bad. The cult is culting so bad that you're willing to wear a diaper in public to support a man that shits on himself. Like, what are you doing? Are you okay? What the fuck? What? I there is no person on this planet. I promise you right now, I would not even wear a diaper for Jesus. Like I just
No, I
wouldn't.
remember when they were putting
I
trash bags on during the campaign
oh yeah, because
cycle
of the whole
because we were
yeah.
saying take out the trash. So they
Right.
were
Right.
they were filming videos, getting in trash cans
They
in
were
support
just
of his trashy ass, and I
it
was
is
just
the
like,
craziest
"This is so
thing.
weird. You're putting yourself in a trash can." Fuck,
Gross. Right. I don't get it. Like the level
fuck.
to which they're
It makes
willing
you
to
wonder how
demean.
far they will go to show their support.
Exactly.
What, you
It's
gonna start
actually
touching kids
scary.
now?
It's scary
Too?
though.
Like
It's
what next are you gonna do to show that you love and support him?
right. It's very, very scary. Well, they've already said, I mean, there's been men that have said, I don't care if there's been 1,000 women that have been in the e-files and they've been raped
Yeah.
or demeaned
No,
or
I've heard them with
trafficked.
their all the just full throat. So what if he raped kids?
Right. Right. Bigger things, bigger issues at hand.
And then
Girl,
follow that sentence up with, we need cheaper gas. We don't care if he rapes kids as long as gas is cheaper.
right.
Is gas fucking cheaper today?
Right.
No,
No.
no.
And it's going to
It's
continue to go
actually
up.
higher than it was Biden's entire fucking 4 years.
Girl. And these people that were saying because he said that the
He
hormone
calls it the
straight,
hormones
the
straight. He
hormone
can't even say
straight.
it correctly.
He can't even say it right. But he said that he's going to own the property or whatever, and they're sitting
Yeah,
there
he's going to make it a
trying
U.S.
right.
territory.
And he was saying that we're getting so much oil out of there, we're taking out 8 million barrels and blah 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 a day. And I'm like, okay, let's say that that's true, which it's not, but let's say that it is. Let's say that it is. So what? We actually need anywhere between 20 to 30 million barrels a day. So
Yeah.
you're bragging about
Yeah.
the fact that you're bringing in half of the amount that we would need anyway, that we would need to be able to actually backfill our stock that we are depleting
Yeah.
slowly but
No,
surely.
he's.
What are you
Look,
saying?
this man is so senile. The other day, and I forgot to make a video on this, but this will be my own personal reminder to call out this dumb shit. There's that it's circulating. He was trying to brag about himself
Right.
and things that he's done while holding up a news article that was showing how Biden had accomplished that.
Oh, that's right. It's taking full
He
on
said,
credit.
I did this great. Look, even the news said so. And the headline was like, thanks to Biden, blah, 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 blah.
Oh my word.
Like,
For
it's one
what?
thing to take credit because he does that all the time. He'll say that he did something that we found out that another president did. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I did
Mm-hmm.
this and it was great. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
we passed this. No, no, that deal was underway under Biden. Biden did all these things. Yeah, la, la. But the dementia's gotten so bad, he is holding up a newspaper that is saying Biden did this wonderful thing, saying, I did it. Look, the news is talking about how I did it.
Right. Right.
And it's like, holy shit. He's back on nonsense again about vandalization, too. He's trying to claim that vandals not only vandalized his reflection pool, but also the grass.
Girl.
The grass where he set up his 4th of July festivities. He
Okay.
damaged the grass.
Of course he did. Well,
But now vandals did it. This is twice that he's admitted he's vandalized some shit because it was him
right.
that fucked up the pool.
Right.
It was
He
him that
doesn't
fucked up the grass. He's just like openly, yeah, vandals did it. You did it, motherfucker. You are the vandal.
right. Well, they're about to
Your
vandalize
dumbass
DC.
decisions are tearing shit
Right.
up.
Right. Well, they're about to vandalize DC again with that Indy fight, the
Oh
Indy
yeah,
race that's about to go through the
yep.
whole
Yeah,
city.
it's gonna damage the city. It's gonna damage the roads. All of this, and after it's said and
Millions
done, and shit needs
upon
to be fixed, he's
millions.
gonna say people vandalized his IndyCar
Exactly.
race.
Exactly. And how much did that
Any
fucking
any
fence
minute,
cost us anyway? For him to set up that entire perimeter so that those stupid cars could
hundreds of
go,
millions of dollars.
they can go around. And of course, he's going to be like, well, they didn't, I mean, we didn't pay for that. They paid for that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
they
already
paid for it.
been
They paid
proven
for
to
it.
not be true
Right.
with
Yeah.
everything that's happened. The American tax dollars have paid for every single one of his little pet projects. Every one of them.
Every one of them. Every one of them. That's why his renovation budget at the White House for the year went from $2.5 million to $875 million because nobody donated to build a fucking ballroom. They
It's going
gave
to
him
be
money to keep personally to have privilege.
right.
Those were not donations to build a
Mm-mm.
ballroom.
No.
They were bribes to get the president to do what they wanted him to do in all sectors of business, AI, and so many other fucking things.
Right. And he's just going to continue to do it. And the bribes have turned into extortion because they have bribed him to do certain things, and now he's like, okay, I gave you this. You asked me for this, and he keeps calling them up and saying, now I want more.
More.
Because that's the way that this whole thing works. It's
That's the way
never
that it
going to
works.
end.
There's never going to be enough.
Mm-mm. It's
There's
never
never
enough.
going to be enough.
Especially for a little greedy, no good son of a bitch like him. It's
Yeah.
never going to be enough.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
I mean,
never
Odd
ending
Todd's
cycle.
really working hard at the DOJ. The minute he got confirmed, he found new ways to give the pedo in chief immunity.
Oh,
He backed away and said that the slush fund for the weaponization was dead in the water, and then turned right around and said, we'll find a way to compensate people who were hurt by the federal government, because there was already a law to do that. They never
mm-hmm,
needed the slush fund. They
mm-hmm.
never needed the weaponization fund. Odd Todd has already been cutting checks to right wingers who were arrested for different things.
And
That's
this and
gone.
the
He made a promise to run the Department of Justice separate from the president, and then came right out after he got his confirmation and said, no, of course I won't do that. Of course I'm going to do whatever the president wants me to do.
I know, and he has
And
no
then said we were
business.
crazy
Right,
for wanting it. That's just crazy that
right.
every DOJ should be doing what the president wants. No,
He actually
no.
said that. Yeah, I heard him say that. He's
No,
like,
we don't
that
live
would
in an
be
authoritarian
insane.
regime. He
Right.
is not
He's
a
like,
fucking king. The
no.
court's job is not to protect
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He literally said, of
He
course
has
I've got to do what he
backtracked
says.
on every promise he made, just like every last one of them
Every one of them
did.
has done that. There's not been a
Every
single
last
one
one
that
of them.
hasn't. Mm-hmm.
No,
And
no.
I
And
don't
now
know
he's
why it is.
saying, Todd saying today that Congress has already said that he could do the ballroom.
Oh,
No, they didn't. No, they
oh,
didn't.
okay.
Congress has already approved his
Oh,
ballroom in
well,
one way or another.
why
No,
are
they
we talking
didn't.
about this then? I mean, it's
No, they
done.
didn't. If Congress had already done it and approved it, why is he trying to ask the
Right,
Supreme Court to
right.
rule in? And as
Oh
much
my
as he has the
God.
Supreme Court on his side, it's looking like they're getting a little frustrated with him. Him trying to use them for his own personal needs, whether it's the E. Jean Carroll thing, whether it's the ballroom, he
Right.
keeps bringing his petty little nuisances to
Hmm.
them and they keep shooting him down. You can tell on some level they're a little tired of the nonsense. They didn't give him his birthright citizenship thing. I mean, I think we forget how many times they ruled against him
Oh, yeah,
lately or
yeah.
pushed him away. It has been a lot. Um, but don't forget that the Supreme Court also decided to bend the knee and let ICE arrest people based on their skin color
At the very
and
beginning of
racial
this year.
profiling.
Hmm.
That is a thing that happened. And I think
Hmm.
people forget that.
Hmm.
People forget that because we still have this expectation of due process. And we're still out here saying, you can't just arrest anybody. They're legally here. It doesn't matter. The Supreme Court told them, hey, they got brown skin and you think they're not from here. Go ahead. Go
Right.
ahead. Go ahead and do it.
And Greg Abbott is doubling down on that Supreme Court decision and saying the same thing here and saying, please, please go after the brown people over here. It's called, I'll have to bring it up tomorrow when we talk again, but I think it's a legislation that's called SB4 here in Texas,
Yeah, I think
where
so.
he's,
I
yeah,
think that's what it is. I was
yeah,
looking at it too.
where he's wanting to
Yeah.
just go
So
ahead and
the
make it
Supreme Court,
easier.
even though they're not doing his personal stuff, they eviscerated the Voting Rights Act. They overturned Roe v. Wade. They've,
Hmm.
fucking brought racial profiling back. They've done some horrible, devastating
Horrible
things.
things.
But clearly
Horrible
they have a
things.
line. And
Right.
their line is his own personal crap.
And that's going to be, and he's going to, now that Todd is actually in as the DOJ, the personal crap is going to amp up simply because before they were trying to maybe not do it as much, even though he has nothing more than a bunch of bootlickers up there right now. But now, I mean, I think that he is the ultimate bootlicker. I've never seen a man simp so hard for
Oh,
another
yeah.
man in all
Yeah.
my day.
Oh,
It's
Todd is, he's dangerous.
He's very dangerous. He's
He is
very
running the
dangerous.
Justice Department and he is weaponizing it
Hmm.
against anybody that the pedo in chief just decides he's mad at that day.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-mm. The
It
rules do
doesn't
not
matter.
apply.
They do not apply. They do not apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd is dangerous. He's extremely dangerous.
Yeah. We need to definitely look out for what it is that he's doing and how he's going about doing things. And the other thing too is that the way that they're going about doing some of the things that they're doing some that are just in the middle of the night, quiet, when nobody's watching. You have to be looking and seeing what's actually happening on the websites, how they're bringing things down, and they don't say a peep. And everything that they're doing is just going in and they're just slipping it in little by little. And people are catching it happening, but they're not making announcements. When things like this, like really substantial things change, people are made aware of these things. But they do a lot of this stuff in the middle of the night. The way that they confirm this man in the middle of the night, the way that they've done so many other decisions that have really hurt the American people, they always take those big
It
votes in the
always
middle of the
happens in
night.
the dark of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you know
Every
what they're
time.
doing's not right. Because if it
Exactly.
was right, you would do it in the light of the day where everybody can see you. You would do it proudly.
Exactly. Exactly. Nothing good
Yeah.
happens when they're doing that shit in the middle of the night because they know exactly what they're doing. If they didn't, and the reason that they do these things is because they know that there will be an uproar and it'll be more difficult to pass these things through because people are willing to protest and call it out while it's actually
Look,
happening.
we need a new commercial for these days that comes on at 10 p.m. and says, "Do you know where your senator and representative are?" Fuck your kids, baby. Do you know where your senator and your representatives are. It is 10
Right.
p.m. It is dark outside. You might want to check in and make sure they're not eviscerating your rights.
Girl, I love that. Let's make that. You and I should make that commercial together.
New
We
shirt
should do
idea.
it. Let's do
It's
it. Do
it's
you
the
know
dark of the
where your
night. Do you know where your representatives and senators are?
check your congressman? I love it. I wanted to make another
I'm just
commercial.
saying, honey.
I
I'm just saying.
agree. I wanted to
I'm
make
just
another
saying.
commercial too for Ken Paxton with like, you know how Tallarico is really going hard for him and he does it very classy. You know, the whole pen thing where he stole the pen or whatever. And I wanted to make a commercial and say, this is Ken. Ken steals pens. Don't be like Ken.
How pathetic is that? There's a man with millions of dollars, and he's rummaging through the lost and found at the metal detectors and steals somebody's pen. Like,
Oh my God.
look, if you've got that kind of money and you're out here rummaging through the lost and found at the metal detectors stealing pens, you might have a problem with theft. You might be a klepto. Uh, I'm just saying, honey, there's a
How
difference in stealing something because you need it and just stealing it to steal it.
exactly. The
And
way that he stole
Paxton
that
has
pen.
proved that he is down with taking shit, honey.
Oh my God. On so many
From
on
pens
so many
to
levels.
millions of dollars from taxpayers.
Millions of dollars. People have actually reported him for doing that. Like he has actually stood not trial, but he's been accused and he's had to stand up for himself because he absolutely has stolen securities and all kinds of stuff, millions upon millions. You cannot tell me that this man that earns $153,000 a year can own 14 luxury,
Yeah.
properties based on his valor and his ingenuity. Because this man is not the least, he's not the least bit smart. When you listen
Baby,
to him
he almost
speak,
lost an eye playing hide and seek as a child. That's a
right?
true story.
I know, I
That's
know.
why his one eye's like that. Honey, he almost lost an eye playing hide and motherfucking seek. This is not the guy. Honey, this is not the guy. He ain't never been the
What,
guy, clearly.
girl?
He has never been the guy. How you gonna almost lose an eye playing hide and seek?
Girl, I mean,
Baby,
I mean,
I just, oh
and that
Lord.
was back in the day when we were made out of tougher stuff than the kids nowadays. We were made out of
Honey.
some tough stuff, and this guy's just losing an eye almost doing that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous.
And far
He's
be it for me to give Paxton any advice, but when you already got a fucked up eye, don't be on camera drunk too.
girl
You
every
seen
single
the other
time.
day? He was being questioned by a reporter and he just got done at an event. Honey, both of his fucked up eye and his real eye were just glassy and red, and he was
So it was
slurring
like
his
this.
speech. And I thought he's either having a stroke or he's had too much to drink. But either way, you should have avoided the cameras. You're real good at avoiding cameras, and you're really
Right.
good at not answering people's questions. We saw you skedaddle your ass off of a stage several times in the last few weeks, but you decided to stop right then with slurred speech.
It's the
Oh,
Republican move, girl. It is the Republican move, just like Marco
shit.
Polo Rubio was being asked about the
Right.
about the leaving the people behind and putting them in danger, and he's like, they're asking him a question, and he's like, huh, "Thank you."
Did you put Americans at risk by having them fly an Air Force One that was under threat? How persistent is that threat, Mr. President?
And then just like skedaddles, like
Yeah.
literally does an about face and
The little
takes the hell
skanky
off.
skedaddle on out of here.
I'm just like, oh my God, these people, it's their playbook. They don't want to answer a question, just like Trump kicks them out. He's like, that's enough questions. That's it for now. Just
No, they
like
just come
every
out in
single
front of you
time.
and say the most outrageous bullshit and walk away.
Right. It's like they farted and left, like just dropped a, oh my God. I
I'm
cannot.
gonna say some shit that's absolutely the most absurd thing you've ever heard. It's no way provable to be true, and then I'm just gonna skirt out of here. Now they've got this woman. I don't even know her name. Don't even care to know her name, but she's a member of the Republican crew, and she's running, I guess, in Michigan or whatever. And she's out here saying that they have passed that Tim Walz passed a law to take I'm sorry, Minnesota, not Michigan. That Tim Walz passed the law to take taxpayer money to give transgender dolls where their private parts can detach and be switched to school kids. And she's
Oh
running
my.
with that. She is running with that, and it is it has nothing to do with Tim Walz. It has nothing to do with the government. It has nothing to do with taxpayer money. It has nothing to do with your kids at school. They will never see these dolls. This has nothing to do. This has to do with a university teaching using this to explain instructionals to other people learning about sex education. This is in no way comes anywhere near
God
the public
almighty.
in any form. But with
That
her
is
full chest, she's out saying
diabolical.
Tim Walz stole your money to give transgender dolls to your kids at school. No,
Shit.
no, 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 no.
Oh
Just like
man.
they're out here today saying that these Democrats they're just awful. They just signed a bill to kill babies at the end of the pregnancy.
Oh my God.
No, no, no,
Yeah, I
no,
know.
no.
I
It's
know.
not abortion up until birth. If you actually read what was signed, you would see it gives doctors the permission to use their medical education to decide if a pregnancy is non-viable.
Viable. Mm-hmm.
Non-viable can
Mm-hmm.
be everything from severe disabilities,
Mm-hmm.
not being able to breathe once they're born, or
Mm-hmm.
actually being dead
Right.
already
Right.
inside of a woman's body. Because
Right.
this is where we are in America right now. I need you to understand that there are women out here that are carrying dead babies in
For
their body,
weeks
and they
and
cannot
months.
get them removed out of
Mm-hmm.
their body
Mm-hmm.
because of stupid, ignorant Republicans.
Yes.
And carrying a dead fetus inside of you can kill you.
It'll make you be toxic. Yeah. Yeah.
It
But they
can
don't
kill
care.
you.
They don't fucking care though. They
Because
don't
it's never been about
care.
protecting babies, and it's
No.
never been about protecting women. It's been
Mm-mm.
about scaring you so that you vote for powerful men to continue to oppress you.
Exactly. Yeah. And it'll always be about that. It'll never change. It will never change until these men are out of office. Period. Point blank. End of sentence. It's always going to be that way. And they run on that, and they run on the fact that, and people believe these lies. I don't even get it. And it's actually turned out to
America's
be,
so lazy.
oh my, just research is so simple. It's like go to Google and look it up. Oh my God. I have so many people come to me in my comment sections and say, well, can you show me that? Can you point it out? Can you paste it in here? I dare you. I bet you couldn't. But I'm like,
The things that they believe are truly the exact opposite of the truth. I just watched a video today from a woman who is full MAGA and just gets with so much confidence, makes videos on social media where she is exactly wrong in everything she says. She was talking about democratic socialism and what socialism is, and she was trying to say that these crazy liberals think that democratic socialism is your fire department
is
and
it
your
Vanny?
police
Are you
station,
talking about
when
Vanny?
socialism is
That
this
sounds like Vanny.
universal health care thing. No, universal health care is not socialism. Giving providing free lunches at school, that's not socialism either. Socialism is your fire department.
Yeah.
Socialism
The
is your
military.
military.
Mm-hmm.
Socialism is the
Mm-hmm.
police department,
Mm-hmm.
is the library, it's the public.
Right. Yeah. People are just, I just don't even, yeah. Yeah. I think you're talking about Vanny. You have to be talking about Vanny because she does
Yes,
nothing but
yes,
rage bait. She does
yeah.
nothing but rage
Just
bait.
she just smiles with her little country accent.
Oh,
Just
girl, I
I'm
can't
just
stand her.
but it's the country accent. It's not the old school Southern smooth
No.
accent that I do. No, it's your modern day. I
Right.
don't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna say it with
Right.
all of the confidence that I possibly can.
Girl.
You
E-
know, this
Every,
fucking accent is not a real Southern accent, but they hear it and they play it up and they all do it. They
girl.
all do it to make themselves, I guess, just fucking sound dumber.
Girl, it's so crazy. There's not a single thing that she's ever said, not one that has been true. Not one. Not
She's nowhere
one.
near the mark, honey.
Girl, she's like, here's the mark, and her ass is way over here. Like,
She is a blind, deaf, armless fucking man out in a field trying to shoot a target. It is not
it's
happening for this
so
girl, honey.
bad. It's
Just it
so
is so
bad.
it is so bad. It is so bad.
And let's just even talk about that just for like a second. The lazy rage baiting posts where you just say any fucking thing for the clicks and the follows and the stuff. I cannot with that. The rage baiting posts, especially coming from a white woman like that,
Yeah.
it just drives me insane. I'm
Well,
like,
you've got
don't.
two types of individuals on the internet that rage bait. MAGA and wannabe far left
Right,
leaning creators
right.
that always have something to say about the Democratic Party and about what they think how the country should be run, but
Hmm.
none of them actually fucking vote, but they act like they do, and it's fucking
That's just
they're quick to
lazy.
rage bait you with
It's
some bullshit.
lazy. Bring
Just
receipts
lazy.
with the shit that you do. I
It's
cannot
lazy.
stand it when they just come on here and they'll complain about something or they'll say something or tell me why it is. And then just vomit comes out. And
Yeah.
then they are just like, I just want to know. And it's like, just
No,
lazy.
I was out in public the other day, and I will talk to people in public. It is the South. I am fucking nosy. If you look like you're gonna invite me in a conversation, I'm about to lay it the fuck down on you. And just and so
She's
I'm out
like,
in
facts
public
upon facts.
at the Magamart, the Walmart, and there's women and they're standing up by the produce, and I'm trying to get to some damn bananas, and they're out here talking some crazy fucking nonsense
Hmm.
about immigrants and
Hmm.
shit.
Oh, God.
And I don't remember exactly, I can't remember for the life of me the exact wording she used, but it went all through me, and I was like, oh, you must be relatives of the Klan. And her eyes got real big. And I said, because what you're saying is just lazy. It didn't involve any research, so I'm just assuming your ancestors were too lazy to pick their own fucking food. Because you're
Oh.
too lazy to look some shit up. And then grabbed my bananas and walked away. Like it wasn't nothing. And just left both of them just standing there, just gobsmacked, just...
I love it. Oh, man, I so love it. This is why I
Honey,
love you, Christina. This is why I love you.
I can't...
You're
I just
like,
can't do
no.
it, honey. I can't do it, baby. I will... don't
She's
come
like,
at me with some crazy shit.
not today on my watch.
Don't.
Oh, hell
Not
no.
today. And if you actually approach me to tell me some crazy shit, I might
Oh.
just start acting like a damn sheep and going, ma, ma, right in your face. Like, you never know what I'm going to do, honey. You never
Oh,
really know. You
man.
never
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah,
I
girl.
might just ignore you. I might not
Hmm.
have time in my day to call you
Right.
out.
Right.
You might get lucky.
Right.
Or
But
you
don't
might get
count on it.
unlucky, and I'm going to leave you for the rest of your life wondering about the bitch that approached you in the grocery store.
This is right here for you. Like my heart is pumping for you. Girl, I can't with
You
these
must have been
people.
related to the Klan. I can tell by the way you speak. You are too fucking lazy
I can't.
to take care of yourself.
Girl, for real. Girl, for real. Oh my goodness. Let me see. What time is it? Do we have something? No, we
Oh,
don't have time. Oh, go ahead.
we don't have any more time. We don't. We're out of time today, but we'll be back for the next episode. See you there.
Bye, baby.